in Slovenia, what is different from what I've been listening to you is that we don't have any children's cinema. Kino Baloni is the first try to have a children program in an art house cinema. And we also have other art cinemas in Slovenia. I think there are 24. But
which is a big number, but there is small cinemas, we should say, because otherwise...
But these are big majority of them are combined with theater, with they are cultural homes. And they do mainstream, combining it with art cinemas, art films, and children film is only a small mosaic. So you can't really count on those cinemas to get to support you with the films now.
So I guess that with this film, media is not supporting distribution films that are the budget for whom is bigger than a certain amount. So this was extremely like high budget film for media, and it didn't get in the distribution schema, which is not good, because then it will be even easier for the distributor.
You have to find your support or funding really somewhere else. And it being necessary to have your own distribution, of course you have to unite with the former Yugoslavian countries, or with Austria and Germany, for that matter.
Yeah, it's pretty hard also, but we show mostly short films. We have, like, I would say 2-3 feature films during the festival, and we try to approach distributors to come, and it has worked for 1 or 2 films, like in specific places, not the big cinema places in Switzerland, but like small hall or art house, and then the film could have a life in those places in different cities in Switzerland, but it's really hard to get the distributor to be interested in yeah.
Our catalog consists of selected films, animation films, feature films and documentary films, and every film is presented. It has an approximate age recommendation and additional activities recommendation, and we send it to all the schools, so it became a kind of referential material to see what is possible what will be possible to see in next year. But we include only current production, maybe last 2 seasons, so it will expand in next years.
So I'm representing the Holland Animation Film Festival, and I'm one of the programs for the festival, but I don't do the program for children, but we have a project which is supported by a private fund in Holland, the VSB fund, it's an old bank, VSB funds. VSB funds. Yeah. So they used to have a lot of money, and they lost a bit, but anyway, that's not important. The thing is that they gave us money to rent films. So we put a program together, a 60-minute program, 7 or 8 films, and we show them around in Holland. We offer the films to cinemas and film theaters in Holland, and they try to get the schools into the cinema to watch the films. And then the children pick one film, their favorite, like an audience award, and then we can buy the film. And we, if necessary, we subtitle the film. We can make 3 or 4 prints with our budget, and then this film will be a curtain raiser for another children film. So it's the classic film, I don't know what you call it, but it's
class film.
So it's for school class. But anyway, the following year we show this film and we attract about 40,000 kids in a year's time. So that's one of the projects. And the other thing is that among these 6 or 7 films, we have a children's jury who pick another film which is also distributed as a preceding a feature film.
The Animateka Festival is the beginning of the program we called the Elephant, the children program Elephant. It's actually started in 2006 from Animateka, and we start to select films, the best films from all over the world for children of different age group. So for now we have 4 children programs, which are all leading with talks before and in the middle of the program with children, which Martina is running. And after the festival, we select the best 8 films.
Okay, we are taking very good care of choosing the films. We have 4 age categories, which were in the past we saw that it's really good to have them like this. And it's from 4 to 7, and 8 to 10, 10 to 14, and then 14 and over. So I believe these age groups are quite different from each other, and children in each age group have very different cognitive, emotional, social skills. So we are really trying to find films which are good for them, which they can understand, which they can follow, they can identify with characters. So really take good care on this. And we're really trying to also put a very different type of animation, so children can learn what is going on. That there is not only 3D or computer animation, but many other things. And I'm really taking care of content, what is for each age group, so the children can really enjoy when they are watching. So the movies are not are just long enough for their concentration, so they can really follow them. And it's always good to watch them in a theater when they're watching, smiling, when they are enjoying the movie. So we really see every year that, well, we are making quite a good job on this selection.
Controversy in children's film. How you do it, what you cannot do, what you must do. I remember another anecdote. I was again in the cash box because I loved it, counting money and so on. I was in the cash box selling tickets, and there comes this lady to my cash box after the film had started for 10 minutes or something. Completely over her wits, completely out of control. How dare you show this film to children and blah, 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 blah. And I said, what has happened? Well, I couldn't stand it anymore. And I said to the child, yeah, you still in. And I said, well, what happened then? Yeah, well, he will get nightmares from this. I said, that's good. Then the film has done something. Film for children also is a way of canalizing feelings, thoughts, everything. And many parents or teachers don't take that into account because they don't see film as a cultural, social-cultural, but in the biggest sense, cultural, forceful means of culture, or art, for that matter. They don't recognize it as art. And if it's one thing I would like to establish with children, then it is this feeling for film.